Fashion emergency hotline.
Help! My mom doesn't think I need to go back to school.
You have to go to school. It's the law.
You didn't let me finish. She doesn't think I need to go back to school shopping.
That should be a law. Go to Old Navy. You'll be voted best dressed before school even starts.
Old Navy?
Yes, right now, kids' clothes are up to 60% off.
60% off?
Yeah, the hallway will be your runway. They have awesome graphic tees, colorful active gear, and jeans start at just $10.
Now you're talking. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 7/28 to 9/2. Select styles only.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
I'm not the idiot who put a big ass marshmallow in my mouth.
You saw them sitting here.
Yeah, I know, it's funny.
Good. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wrestling wise super great.
Yeah.
Life wise fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hate my job. Yeah. But like everyone hates their job, I guess.
True.
My goal was to not hate my job, which is why I quit my other job and went on this long, exhaustive search, if you've been listening from the beginning. And then I was like, I found it. Guess what? I haven't. So.
That's true.
Also, side note, at lunch today, my main boss was like, hey, Alexis, real name, kayfabe. Hey, Alexis, how's your podcast going? And I almost choked, and I was like, God, please don't listen to my podcast. I was like, it's going fine.
It's great.
We never release an episode, so don't look for it.
Fair. That's fair.
Also, oh God, the weirdest thing happened at work today, and I'm going to talk about it. I don't think he knows the name of my podcast, so he could probably find it. Whatever. I mean, it would be so inappropriate for him to listen and then talk to me at work about what I talked about in the podcast, right? That's inappropriate, so I can do whatever I want. Oh my God. Anyways, so I just casually was like, hey, I can't decide what movie I want to see this week. I'm like, I really want to see a movie, but I'm stuck between 3. And he was like, oh, well, which ones? And I was like, Star Trek. And he was like, well, go see that one. And I was like, I mean, I like Star Trek too. I have a Star Trek tattoo, but Ab Fab also came out, which duh.
Yeah.
And I also want to see Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
It looks really funny.
My friends who've seen it say it's really funny, and I like the guys from Workaholics, so whatever. But then he went on this tear about Star Trek, and I was like, okay, so who's your favorite captain? And he was like, Kirk. I was like, oh, really? Cisco for life. And he was like, I've actually never seen any other Star Trek other than the original series.
What?
That includes the movies. So this man loves Star Trek just based on the 30 episodes or whatever. It's more than 30, but whatever. I think it's 3 seasons.
Weird.
So he's like, and then he goes and pulls out, he was like, he put something behind his back and was like, okay, well, if you're really nice to me, I'll let you see my communicator and my medical kit. And I was like, well, I have a communicator.
Yeah.
And I have a tricorder, so whatever. And he was like, oh, really? You do? And I was like, yeah, I'm the one that's seen more than the original Star Trek series. Yeah. I'm the one that has the Star Trek tattoo. I'm the one that actually likes Star Wars or Star Trek. Wow, that sucks. That really sucks. Damn. I really just want to throw myself off of a building right now. Anyways, but it was so weird. But then throughout lunch, he kept talking into the communicator in front of everyone, he was having. He put on a show for us. It was
weird.
So weird.
No, thank you. I don't. No.
I feel like I should edit that out on the off chance that he listens to it. But I don't think he will. I don't even think he knows the name. What if he does, you guys? I'm so stressed now. But it's a funny story. Yeah. Also, me calling Star Trek Star Wars while I was giving an impassioned speech is embarrassing as hell, but very funny.
It is really funny. I've never heard you make that mistake ever, either. In the decade I've known you.
So sad. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I have a, excuse me, huge wrestling hangover because I watched so much wrestling in like the last 5 days.
Yeah, and you watched live stuff too. You went to the AAW show.
Yes, I did. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
I read your text. No, that's not even happening. My music. So I was hosting a party for Julie, guest of last week's episode, her going away party, and my phone was playing music, and so somebody went up to me and was like, "Yeah, you got a text from Erin, something about like Pentagon or something," and I was like, "What?" And then I looked at it, and I was drunk enough to like freak out and scream. And Nick hates when I scream about wrestling because he thinks that I shouldn't be screaming about wrestling.
Michael feels the same way.
But I like yelled at Bobby. I was like, "Bobby, did you see this?" And he was like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah.
I was like, "You guys don't understand what a big deal this is."
I texted you, and then I immediately texted Bobby and was like, "You're in the same place, but I don't care." Yeah, it was very exciting. For people who don't know, Pentagon Jr. won the belt at the AAW show on Saturday, and it was outrageous. It was so awesome. It was just such a good show. Like, every part of it was good. And I met Marty Scurll, who's so nice. And he called me my love 3 times, and I was like, well, I'm a puddle now.
Why did he call you my love? I saw
because
that
he's
tweet.
British. He was like,
that's why. So he was just
oh,
like,
hi, my love. Oh, what shirt do you need, my love? Oh, $30.
Oh, because you bought a thing from him?
Mm,
Okay.
I bought...
In my head, he was just coming to the ring and then just stopped and called you my love over and over again.
That would be really bizarre. And
Yeah, I know. I was very
it would
confused.
make me really uncomfortable, actually.
You were like, all right.
No, he was standing next to Zack Sabre Jr. at the merch table, and I was like, I want both of your shirts, but should only buy one. For sure, should only buy one. And all of Zack Sabre Jr.'s are not very good. And I was like, oh.
It sucks when you like somebody but they don't have good shirts.
Yeah, I was like, these all kind of look like Euro trash. I'm like not looking to put that vibe out. Exactly.
On brand.
It is very on brand, and it makes sense. But I was like, I don't want this. But Marty Scurll has a bunch of sick ones. I got a big skull with 2 umbrellas crossed behind it. It looks awesome. It was sitting on the table, and I was like, do you have this one in a small? And he was like, this is the last one I have of this, and it's a small, and now it's yours. And I was just like, yes! It worked out so well.
That's awesome.
So,
Speaking of shirts, what shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my original Sasha Banks legit boss shirt. I could not decide what to wear today, so I ran a poll on Twitter.
Oh, here. I'm not wearing anything, but you talking to that, and then I'm going to do a surprise for Erin. So you talking to the mic and pretend that I'm still here.
Okay, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'll talk about the AAW show some more. It was amazing. Colt Cabana was there. He was in the 5-way at the beginning. I did not know he was going to be there. So when his music hit, I shrieked like a child and jumped out of my chair screaming. It was very exciting. I really enjoyed it. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa wrestled in a tag team match, and at one point there was a slow motion dance party, which was incredible and was really, really well done, actually. Pentagon Jr. won the belt, even though all night they kept saying Sami Callihan was gonna wrestle Johnny Mundo next month, no matter what the outcome was. And I was like, oh, they say this every month, blah, 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 blah. Sami Callihan just got a new shirt that says the mother effing belt on it. And I was like, all right, well, for sure, definitely not gonna lose. And then he fucking lost, and it was incredible. That place was electric. It felt like at, oh my God, what was that show? Global Wars, when everybody was chanting Colt Cabana's name when he came out to wrestle Jay Lethal. Like, that is what that felt like when Pentagon won. And then Tommaso came out and challenged him. His retirement from AEW is going to be on Thursday. I don't know why it's on a Thursday, but it's on Thursday. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm going to finish this thought, and then I'm going to look at you. It's on Thursday, September 1st at the Berwyn Ingalls Club, and everyone should go because it's going to be super sweet. Oh my God, why do you own those?
It's so funny.
Oh my God, Stella just came back wearing 2 Brie Bella headbands.
Well, I have 3, but 3 was overkill.
2 is overkill.
Well, I mean, they come in a 3-pack. I did not buy them because I'm going to actually wear them. They're for my Brie Bella burlesque act.
You're gonna wear them.
And when have you ever seen me wear a headband?
I mean, they are pretty good headbands. I would wear them, like, legitimately.
Well, you can't have them. They are also $2.99 right now in WWE Shop because I had to buy them for the burlesque act anyways, and I was like, oh, fuck. I don't want to spend $15 on Brie Bella headbands. Oh, there's some on sale for $3. This is great.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I got that John Cena hat, because it was $1.49, and I was like, this is basically free.
Yeah, so
Oh my god.
my Brie Bella. Oh yeah, on the party on Saturday, I my drink was in a Brie Bella or Brie mode koozie the whole night too, which is the funniest koozie to me. And like, of course, nobody gets it, but like I get it.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So to date, I own the most Brie Bella merch. Seconded by Paige, seconded by CM Punk.
Yep.
So I have weird taste.
You
That's
do.
basically what I'm saying.
You do have weird taste. When I went to work yesterday, I was wearing I got a Young Bucks shirt for my birthday. So
Yeah, that's a sick shirt.
I fucking love that shirt. I wanted it for a while, and I got it as a gift, so I was very excited about that. So I was wearing my Young Bucks shirt, and I had my John Cena hat on, I had my Paige wallet in my hand, and I had my Mr. Sacco koozie in my purse, and my Kevin Owens gym bag, and looked like the biggest mark in the whole world. Not on purpose. This was just stuff
This is just stuff that you wear and use on a normal basis.
Yep, and I was just waiting for the train and was like, oh my god.
That's so funny. What shirts did you buy in the BOGO? Thank God.
Thank God. Okay, so I got 3 vintage shirts, and I got one for Michael. So I got Michael a Revival shirt, because I really liked that logo, and I like the Revival, but I'm never gonna fucking wear a Revival shirt. Like, I have so many black and white wrestling shirts, like, I do not need another one. So I got that for him. I need Michael to own as much wrestling merch as me, so I don't feel like such a weirdo, and the only merch he has other than one shirt, I've bought all of it for him. So
Yeah, I've decided, and I feel fine saying this because he doesn't listen, but I think for Christmas I'm going to get Nick some Seth Rollins stuff.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I might get him like a KO something and then a Seth Rollins something.
That's a good idea. That Seth Rollins hoodie would be good.
I'm getting that for myself, excuse me.
Yeah, that's
Nick
true.
doesn't wear hoodies either.
Yeah, okay.
Nick is weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, who doesn't wear hoodies?
Mm-hmm. You gotta get him some gym gear. That's the way to do it. Seth Rollins has a bunch of good gym tank tops too, so something to keep in mind.
So, Nick does love tank tops.
Yeah. So, I mean, Nick does CrossFit, so I assume he loves tank tops.
I bought him an Adore Delano tank top, and he wears that to the gym, which I think is great.
That's super funny.
Also hilarious because, like, I feel like most dudes who do CrossFit are, like, maybe not, like, comfortable enough with their sexuality to just wear a drag queen to the gym and, like, feel like a man. And he's like, I don't care, I'm straight. And Adore Delano kissed me on the face once, and she's the best. And I also love to lift weights.
Yeah, also Nick looks like he lifts weights. Like, who the fuck is gonna check him about it? Like, yo, bro, what are you doing wearing? First of all, who's gonna recognize that and then challenge him about it at the fucking CrossFit gym? Like, who's that asshole?
That's true. That would be a very specific asshole.
So I got that for Mike. I got the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn Fight Forever shirt. I really like it. I like it a lot. In hindsight, if I had known about Enzo Amore's vintage design shirt, I may have gotten that one instead of the Fight Forever, but that will just go on my list for next time, I guess.
So funny.
So I got that, and I got the Shinsuke Nakamura vintage, and I got the Seth Rollins vintage, because I need a Seth Rollins shirt in my life. It's time.
I'm going to buy that hoodie.
Yeah. Their
gonna
hoodies are fucking good. I have a Macho Man one, and it is nice.
Yeah, one of my CM Punks is
They're super nice.
tied Paul Heyman and CM Punk gear.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Tied
You do
for
have
me.
a lot of Paul Heyman gear.
Yeah.
I don't know who my most
What
is.
a weird hierarchy. It goes Brie Bella, Paige, tied for third CM Punk and Paul Heyman. Like, what kind of fucking wrestling fan am I? I'm like a weird monster.
Yeah, you are a weird monster. I think the most of mine, I have 3 New Day shirts. And then I have a lot of doubles. I've got 2, no, I have 3 Sasha Banks shirts too. So she's up there. She's tied. And 2 Becky shirts. I have a lot of 2s, actually. I'm a crazy person, whatever.
I BOGO'd. I got Woo Woo Woo.
Yep.
I got the new design. And then I bought a large I Feel the Glow Naomi shirt because I'm going to cut that into like a super cute half shirt.
Yeah.
And then today there's a 25% off, and I bought a Bailey tank top.
Yeah.
I'm going to do like a little social experiment and see how wearing a I'm a hugger shirt works out for me.
Mm-hmm. You pointed out earlier, too, because you have a hard resting bitch face, a lot of people will probably think that it's ironic that you're wearing an I'm a hugger shirt. So I think that it can actually work.
It might work for me.
Yeah, like I said, it would never work for me. I have too much nice face. People would be like, "Oh, hey, give me a hug," and I'd be like, "Please bite my ass." Like, don't do that. Don't come anywhere near me.
I had a lot of moments on the bus this past week where people were listening or talking to me, and I had my headphones in, and I just stared at them. And I was like, no.
I fucking hate it.
You see that I have headphones in. No. Mm-hmm. The answer is no.
Here's an example for people who don't know that this can be possible. You can yell a compliment at a woman and it's fine. Like, you don't have to be a weird street harasser about it. I was walking down the street today and a dude on his bike just yelled out, "I really like your tattoos," and then just kept riding. And I was like, "Thank you. That was very nice of you." Like, that is an appropriate way to give a woman a compliment. Like,
we'll give a person a compliment too. Like,
yeah.
That's just saying like a nice thing about you that is not sexual because
Right.
we're strangers.
Exactly.
If you tell a man or a woman, specifically women, but if you went up to a man and you were like, "Hey, nice dick," that's weird. But if you were like, "Hey, cool shirt,"
yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So it can happen. It's true. It exists in a world.
In a world with women. We can't talk about that. We had a really, really funny troll email, and the Cage Side boys got it too. And we won't talk about it, but it was fucking hilarious.
That was really weird.
Any email that starts with a definition is gonna be good.
Yeah.
We didn't even see it at first because it went to our spam folder because, yes, trolls go to spam folders. Yeah. I don't know if you know this. But it was fucking funny. So, I don't know. If you're listening, we don't care about your opinions. Thanks. Nikki Bella is cleared.
Oh yeah, Nikki Bella is cleared to return.
Hashtag Nikki Bella is cleared party.
Yeah, she is training at the Performance Center. It is very, very exciting.
Jay Letho's head is shaved.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
Yeah, it looks super weird. Did you see the photo from when they shaved it? And it
yeah, I mean, that's going to be... So ROH, the thing that they have on their website that's free is a week behind. Mm-hmm. So, like, what we're caught up on
Well, that's what I'm caught up on. So
that's what I'm caught on, too.
Okay.
So it's just always a week behind.
Yes, right.
So this week is on the website is going to be the shaving head one.
Right, okay.
So... Okay. Because this week's episode had a bunch of promos about Kyle O'Reilly versus Jay Lethal. Right. Anyways, the Young Bucks shaved his head and it looks weird.
Yeah, it looks super weird. Simon Gotch and Sin Cara got into a fight, like a physical fight in catering.
Who won?
Sin Cara. He apparently laid the smackdown down.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. Apparently Simon Gotch started it too, and Sin Cara was like, "I think not, motherfucker." So Simon Gotch got pulled off of the weekend shows, and Aiden English wrestled by himself. He's back now, but I don't know. It didn't leak what they got into a fight about.
I don't think it would be, but I hope to God it's not about racing. I hope it's just...
That was literally my first thought,
I hope it's just like, hey, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, no, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, eat my fist, dumb.
Right, exactly.
It's probably not what it's about. It's probably racing.
Or it was like... I made a stupid joke about us getting drafted before you, and then Sin Cara was like, "Motherfucker, I will end you."
I will murder you.
Other than that, I don't really have any news.
Who cares? News is irrelevant.
Yay!
I had a dream that I made it here in the spotlight. Woke up, see my life in the shade. Nah, it's not quite.
So we both watched ROH. The first two matches were really good, but they were like introducing newer talent or newer roster members, so I wasn't super invested. But I found them to be really entertaining, and I liked how the first match was two newer guys, one that graduated from the New Japan Dojo 3 years ago, and one that just graduated. Jay White is the one that just graduated.
Yes, he's awesome.
He's really good.
I really like him a lot. He and David Finlay were a tag team together for a little while in New Japan. I don't think they still are anymore, but I know that they used to work together because they were in the same class of young boys in New Japan.
Ooh, young boys.
That's what they call them. They all have to wear the same uniform.
Japan is weird.
Yeah, it is super weird. And they all live in the dojo and clean the toilets.
Oh, the G1 Climax?
Yes.
Is that a great name for a pay-per-view?
It is amazing. It's a tournament. Thank you.
Whatever. I don't watch New Japan. But I thought the initial match was really good, but then I liked how it devolved into a 3-on-3, and it was the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay White, is that his name?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then the Addiction and the other guy.
And the other one whose name I don't remember.
was Sweet Gear, and is a good wrestler.
Yeah.
It has red hair.
Yeah, has very red hair.
But I like that. I like the progression and the storytelling of it. I thought that was really cool.
And I love Christopher Daniels, so I'm happy to see him around all the time. So that was nice.
Rolls. He rolls. He's also like BFFs, not really, but he's like good friends with the owner of Challengers, so I think that's funny.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
They have a photo of Christopher Daniels and Frank Kazarian in Challengers, and Christopher Daniels is, oh god, one of them is dressed up like Magneto, and one of them is dressed up like another superhero, and they're just being like super villain. They're just like two weirdos in costumes.
Perfect.
They're the best.
I love it.
And then it was some
Dalton Castle.
Well, I mean, there was some tag team stuff, and then there was BJ Whitmer and
oh yeah, and
I don't know, old guys talking about being
Kevin
evil.
Sullivan.
We're old and evil, and if you didn't watch EC3 or ECW, whatever, I can't talk today. ECW, or then you don't know who we are, but if you do, then like this is great for you. And I was like, cool, whatever. I did this thing on my phone because I was watching it on their website, where if you hit the fast forward button, you can still hear everything that they say, and you can still see all of the movements, but it's slightly faster and it's slightly higher pitched, and it was pretty funny to watch those promos. I'm the son of evil, yeah. But you could still hear it all, so.
All right, that's fair.
Look, I got limited time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it was Dalton
Castle
versus Roderick Strong.
Yes, it was.
I mean, there's not much to say about this match other than it was dope.
It was super dope. I love Dalton Castle and everything that he does.
Doesn't the Bangarang look like it would be kind of fun to be in?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I was like, that looks kind of fun. Just be like spun around. Because like the people who are in it, they just like let their body go limp.
Yeah.
And so so that they like flop more, I guess, in the wind of Dalton Castle. But it looks fun. I want to be put in a Bangarang.
I think the Bangarang looks more fun too than the Cesaro swing. Like it's sort of the same
Cesaro
thing.
swing makes it look like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Whereas Bangarang looks like wee.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
you get like thrown into a pool.
Yeah.
I know it's not a pool.
Yeah.
But it does look like a move that you would just throw somebody into a pool.
That's true.
I also love that the boys give the audience members fans.
Me too. I thought that was adorable.
It was
Also,
so
that
funny.
one boy took a fucking drop kick, like a
Well, I mean, they're
damn
wrestlers.
missile. Yeah, I know, but he still got like.
I even thought about that. I was
kicked
like,
in the
I wish
face.
that they wrestled a little bit more. I wish like Dalton came out and like managed them a little bit. I wish that they wrestled a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that that's something that's coming.
That's true.
And it, like, if they're taking bumps and are good at it, like, why not
Right.
have that happen at some point?
It was a good match, and I don't know if it was his last match, but it's coming up. Roddy's last match.
Yeah.
Or last matches.
Yeah.
Whatever, we'll still be able to see him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I just like totally forgot that was happening.
Beep, boop, beep, 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 New Japan.
All right, the G1 Climax.
You guys, we're going really fast because we want to watch SmackDown.
Yeah, we've got an hour left. So G1 Climax started. It airs at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I have not been watching all of it, but I've been like picking through some of the matches. There have been some really good ones. There was one, I cannot remember the name of the guy who was fighting, but it was an Okada match from one of the, I think it was day 1 or day 2 of the tournament. He took this fucking bump that he had his hand on the ring apron and he was like standing with his arm extended, so it was like a straight arm. I want to say it was Mujifara.
Don't look at me like I watched it.
I know. The guy that he was battling, I'm sorry, I don't remember what his name was, did this jump where he jumped off of the top rope and then jumped to the floor and landed on Okada's arm, and it straight up looked like he ripped his fucking arm off. I have never seen a bump like that before. It was. I watched that and then like an hour later watched Battleground where Sami Zayn took that fucking bump on the apron too, and like I would have been way more upset about that Sami Zayn bump if I hadn't already watched Okada get his fucking arm ripped off. Like
That was
it
nuts.
It was bananas. But the G1 Climax has been really good. I heard that, oh god, some of the stuff in days 3 and 4 was also very good. I've got a list of some of that. Once I make my way through the stuff that I'm watching, I'll put the list up on Tumblr of the stuff that I like the best, because I realize that it's really hard for me to like keep track of, because there's a fucking million of those shows now.
I'm tumbling right now.
All right, tumbling. But yeah, the G1 Climax has been really good. I realized that I used to talk about Japan wrestling a lot more, but that was before we started.
I believe it's called Japanese wrestling, not Japan wrestling.
Whatever. No, because
Plebe.
it's New Japan.
Yeah, but you just said Japan wrestling.
Whatever.
So that sounded weird.
Okay.
Because I've been really articulate tonight, so I really need you to step up your game.
I wish you guys could see me turn my head a full 90 degrees in that statement. But part of it is that we just watch a lot more independent stuff now, so it's harder to keep up with New Japan. But the G1 Climax has been really good, and I would definitely recommend it.
Did you watch CWC this week?
I did. I watched it right before I came over, actually. So it was at the very tail end of all of this wrestling that I shoved in together.
I enjoyed watching this episode more than I enjoyed watching last week's. Whether it's because I was in a better headspace to watch wrestling or because this one is better, I don't know. But I did enjoy this one a lot. Mm-hmm. I popped super hard for what's his name? The Persian Chicagoan guy. Ali.
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. I really liked him.
I liked him a lot, too.
I liked him a lot, and I really liked Kenneth Johnson. That was his name, right?
Yeah, the one who fought...
I really liked those two dudes.
Yeah,
even though they both lost. And I knew that they both were going to lose, but it's still like... In my head, I was like, I know Kenneth Johnson's going to lose, but like, I really want him to win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did a really good job.
He did a great job.
Yeah, and like, a lot of... I think we're seeing in this Cruiserweight Classic that a lot of people are not... phenomenal, but there's some people with really, really strong building blocks and have like either like really good characters or like pretty good characters, and they're like pretty good in the ring, but you know, if you're only wrestling once or twice a month, like there's only so much growth you can make, and the fact that some of these wrestlers do wrestle like that and still show up and can put on some of these matches is pretty incredible. And in my head, I'm just like, I wonder what you would be like if you got massive training, because I feel like it would be awesome. I
agree. And I know that there was a big crop of new signings to NXT after the Cruiserweight tapings, and I hope that Kenneth Johnson was one of them, because he's fucking good. And
he's got like a great backstory. Yeah. And like, he would be such like a cool, like old school baby face.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. So that would be super nice. I hope we see more of him.
Can we talk about how derpy Lindsay's mask is? It's the
weird
derpiest mask.
That match was fucking awesome.
It was a great mask, but it was the dumbest mask. I like cannot.
Did you see
get over it
in the promo package for Lindsay, the Matt Jackson? Lindsay. What's his Dorado? Did you see in his promo package that Matt Jackson's in the back of it for a hot second?
No, that's funny.
He, like, fully visible. He's standing, like, as far away from him as you are from me right now, and just, like, turns around and has this big derpy-ass grin right towards the camera, and then they cut away.
Oh, the Bullet Club had a promo. It was Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. They had a promo on ROH.
I totally forgot about that. I don't think I was paying attention.
It basically just set up that they were going to fuck with the main event.
Yeah.
Also in my head, this is a dumb thing. I was like, is the reason that the Young Bucks love Adam Cole is because they both look like babies and he says the word baby a lot?
Maybe. They all look like babies.
Little babies.
They're all very baby faced.
Little Mormon babies. I am enjoying the CWC more. I wish Daniel Bryan was on commentary, not as a general manager. I'm just not that huge of a Daniel Bryan fan. So.
Yeah, I think he and Ranallo make a great team.
They do make a great team,
and like
I like him on commentary.
They're so enthusiastic.
I
loved when he called a dab a dubstep, and Ranallo just corrected him and was like, "We're just not going to speak about the fact that you did this." And then Daniel Bryan was like, "Did I say that wrong?
Is that what the kids are saying these days? Ha ha ha! I don't know pop culture. I'm so woodsy."
I actually thought that was the most relatable moment I've ever seen Daniel Bryan have, because it was like he legitimately realized in that moment, like, "Oh, I got that wrong," because I'm completely disconnected from culture. I kind of enjoyed that. I thought that was really nice. I like Daniel Bryan as a wrestler. I think he's very talented, but I never
he's a phenomenal wrestler.
But I never really cared for Daniel Bryan. And like, I liked the wrestling, but not Daniel Bryan the character. And
now that it's just Daniel Bryan the character.
Yeah, but I do like him as the backstage role. Like, he gave that promo to Dean Ambrose during Battleground, where he was like, "You're the fucking best," basically. And I was like, holy shit, I actually like Daniel Bryan in this moment. Like, I like that. I like him as trainer, coach, commentator. So we'll see what
I
his
will
role
reserve
is.
judgment to see how he specifically deals with the women's roster.
Yeah, I was. We did not talk about this last week because we kind of like busted through the draft, but it was real disappointing when he said Mick Foley's.
We did talk about it.
Oh, we did. Okay,
We did.
I do not remember that.
Because
Yeah, that was a real shitty thing to say.
Dan O'Brien is a weird misogynist.
Yeah, it was super weird and
Weird that I'm obsessed with Brie Bella, but I'm like, fuck Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm also kind of like, fuck Brie Bella. I
Yeah,
just like am
that's true.
fascinated by her.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's true. Other CWC thoughts?
No.
Okay, all right, let's move on.
Oh, TJ Perkins. That's why I want to talk
Oh,
about.
I liked him a lot.
You know, he used to be on TNA. I watched him
Oh,
all the
yeah,
time.
that's right. I
He was
forgot
manic.
about that.
He was also, I
Yes.
believe, in that really unfortunate match in AAA.
Oh, was he really?
I think that was his partner. I'm pretty sure.
What? I didn't know that.
I should Google that.
What?
Yeah, but he's a phenomenal wrestler.
He's very good. I really liked him a
and
lot.
he's, you know, sometimes when people take off their mask, you're like, "Ugh, put it back on. Like Rey Mysterio, put it back on, put it back on. But like he's a really,
Matanza, put it back on.
he's a really good looking dude.
Yes, he is very good looking.
We don't like Jeff Cobb.
I mean, Jeff Cobb is fine. Jeff Cobb looks like Jeff Cobb. Like,
Dumb name.
you
Jeff
show me
Cobb.
Jeff Cobb's face, I'm like, that dude's name is Jeff Cobb.
His last name is Cobb. Rough.
He seems like a very nice man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. This took a weird turn.
My destiny to be bigger, yeah, I got fight. And all that visions are sitting high on my own gold throne. Never listening criticism, I built my own. From the bottom, I've gotten myself in my own zone. Never stopping, I made it, and no, I ain't gone home.
You watched TNA.
I did watch TNA this week. It's
What'd
true.
you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I was interested in like everything that was going on. I liked it. I always liked TNA.
Obsolete.
Yes, I love that it started with Matt Hardy promos.
Obsolete.
I actually loved that.
Isn't it great?
I loved that he got up in his face and he was like, "I'm here to see you fail. Do it again and again and again."
Get on your dirt bike, Brother Nero. I love that he's started calling everyone Brother Nero something.
Yeah.
He tweeted, Broken Matt Hardy tweeted a picture of him and Jericho, and it was Jericho in the background making a face, and he said something about like Brother Keith, because Jericho's real name is Christopher Keith. I'm assuming that he was on Jericho's podcast.
Yeah, he must have been.
Just really funny. Yeah. So it opens with Jericho. Nope, not Jericho. God,
Jeff?
I can't get my life together. It opens with like a little promo of them, and then, fuck, I can't remember.
Then Brother Nero is like, "I'm gonna ride my dirt bike and I'm gonna overcome my broken leg and I'm gonna be great." And Broken Matt Hardy's like, "Go ahead, sucker." And Jeff Hardy crashes his fucking dirt bike, which I was really surprised by because TNA does not have the money to be doing that.
Yeah.
So Jeff Hardy was like, "Whatever."
Jeff Hardy just like,
Crash my
"Hello."
fucking dirt bike. I don't give a shit.
So then he's injured, and then we cut to the ring, and it's Mike Bennett and Moose and Lashley. It's a bunch of people in the ring talking, or somebody starts.
I think it's just Mike Bennett.
Oh, Mike
starts.
Bennett starts, and he's like, "I'm the best," blah, 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 and Mike Bennett.
Right.
And then Moose comes out.
Yep, and then
I don't know, whatever. A bunch of shit happened, and then Dixie Carter basically was like, "Look, if Moose or Mike Bennett get involved in the main event, then Mike Bennett is immediately fired." Also, they started their Bound for Glory payoff, so the first match was
Right.
Jeff Hardy, broken. He has a broken arm, versus Mike Bennett. So Mike Bennett basically just had like the easiest match.
Right.
So he wins that and moves on to the semifinals for Bound for Glory payoff or pay-per-view. God, I really cannot talk tonight.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for everyone who's listening to this. This sucks for you. And then we have the second round, which is Drew Galloway versus Dummy. Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's not right. It was EC3 versus Dummy. Yeah. But Drew Galloway was in the ring because EC3 cut a sick promo where he's like, "I'm
Right.
EC3. I'm the fucking best. I work super hard. I'm legit the best. I work hard to be this 1%er." And then Drew Galloway was like, "Well, I still want to fight you. I'm Drew Galloway. Bloop, bloop, blop." And then Eli Drake came out and was like, "Excuse me. I'm the one in the ring. I'm going to be fighting EC3. So before you two
That's right.
make out, he's got to get through me first." Guess what? He got through Eli Drake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
dummy.
Yeah.
I love when he was like, when I say dummy, you say yeah. And then he said dummy and the audience said yeah. And he was like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to me. Dummy. Yeah.
I'm glad you've come around on him. I really like him.
You
actually.
didn't like him at first either.
I liked him, but found him annoying. And now I just like it.
Yeah. I mean, you use the word dummy and I'm going to like you.
Yeah, seriously.
I love that word.
It works.
So then there's that. And then Maria gave the state of the knockouts where there's only 7 knockouts.
Yeah, there's not a lot of women.
It's
It was weird
Jade,
to see them like that.
Marty Bell, Gail Kim, Sienna, Allie, who fucking crushed it all over the place. She was
great.
hilarious.
So good.
Maria Kanellis and Madison Rain. I already said Jade.
Oh.
There's only 7 of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
it.
can, like, picture it in my
But
head.
boom, that's it. Basically, there's 3 there's 1 actual baby face, 2 kind of baby faces, and then 3 heels.
Yeah.
And then Maria.
And then Maria, who's the ultimate heel, obviously.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's balanced kind of, but basically Maria was like, look, Gail, if you want your shot, you have to go through every woman on this roster, and if you lose once, then you're never going to get a title shot.
I
like
that.
Yeah, and then Madison Rain was like, sorry, Gail, it's not personal, I'm going to kick your ass.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I like
And she
Madison
said
Rain as a
whoever-
wrestler, not as a
Whoever
person.
took out Gail Kim would be rewarded. Right. So, see how that
I loved how
goes.
exasperated Maria was with Allie.
Yeah.
She was just like, you need to stop kissing my ass. And Allie was like, what? But I love you. I can't wait till Allie starts wrestling.
Yeah, me too. I like her as Cherry Bomb. I think
Yeah,
she's a good wrestler.
And she's smart the way she's using her, like, annoying character.
Yeah, mhm.
She rules.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
And then for the next playoff, we had Bram versus Drew Galloway.
Yes, that's right. That's
and
what
then
it
there's
was.
a weird backstage promo with Bram and Rosemary where they made out. And fun fact, if you're watching it on the bus with headphones in, you can hear their makeout noises, and it sucks.
It just makes me like physically ill to think about.
Well, it was so gross. I was like,
It was just such a like bizarrely intimate moment, and it just felt so
It's weird.
inappropriate to be watching it. I did not care for it at all.
There was also a weird Tyrus promo package where he was
yeah.
like,
Did you call that number? We should call that number.
no, we'll do it next week because I didn't write it down. I thought about it, but it was like, got a bully, need me to beat up a loan shark, need me to get a kitten out of the tree, no job is too small for the fixer, and then he just walks away out of the frame, and then it's a little kid on a phone.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought that it was actually really clever.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it worked.
And it made me want to call it. Like, okay.
We'll call it next week.
Good job, TNA. You watched Lucha Underground and saw that Famous Beast thing
Get
worked.
fame.
So
What
good.
was the other playoff match? Oh my
blur.
god, it was Matt Hardy versus...
Oh, yeah, Who did he fight?
Matt Hardy fought a person. Oh my god. Who did Matt Hardy fight? The Cowboy, James Storm.
Oh, that's right.
Matt
That's
Hardy
right.
won. That was a
That's
good match,
right. I
though.
forgot about that.
That was a good match.
I don't
They
really
have-
remember it.
They just are both funny characters, so it was like
Yeah.
it like was fun. And then the fucking main event, which like low key like surprised
like,
the
forgot it was
shit
happening.
out of me. Like I like Eddie Edwards and I like Bobby Lashley. I think they're both phenomenal wrestlers. I thought this would be a fine match because like, but they both have different styles, whatever. But it's these two in a cage, and it was fucking so fucking good.
Yeah, they did a great job. When Bobby Lashley threw Eddie Edwards against the cage and the door fucking popped open, that was
and then he
nuts.
speared him over the stairs. Or at the beginning of the match when Eddie Edwards was brought, so it was title for title. So Eddie Edwards was the
Right.
X division, and then obviously Bobby Lashley is the champion, so it was like title for title. But in the beginning where Eddie Edwards was in the ring first, and then Bobby Lashley was introduced, and then Eddie Edwards just jumped out of the ring and started the fight around. Both of them looked strong. Like, you knew that Eddie Edwards wasn't going to win, but there were moments when I was like, and I was on the bus
Yeah.
like, what? And then they had some crazy, like, off the top rope, like, off the top of the cage moves. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was
I
so
really
good.
enjoyed it.
I highly recommend going back and watching that match.
Yeah, it was very
And
good.
now Bobby Lashley has 2 titles.
That's right.
And then this week, Moose premieres in Ring, and then we have the semifinals for Bound for Glory, and then Gail goes up against Madison Rain in her first, like, knockouts match to
Right.
back to the championship
Yep.
belt
It'll be good.
match.
I'm excited.
Yeah, TNA rules. So
Awesome.
fuck the haters.
Had a dream, I had it made. Now there's nothing dragging down me, yeah. 'Cause the dog don't push it all out.
Season finale of Lucha Underground.
Season finale. It happened.
I actually took notes for this. Let me pull these notes up.
I don't think I did.
Pull these notes up.
Nope.
Lucha's just too insane. You gotta keep the opes up. The opes up? Oh, God. The opes up. What is that even supposed to mean? I was reading the word dope, and then I just said ope.
That is weird.
First note, Lucha opening, dope.
Yep.
That's all I wrote.
I liked the catch-up that they did. I thought it was... They were talking about Katrina, and I was like, why the fuck do we need to know this? This isn't important.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, but it is.
Yeah, and since they didn't do what they did with the last season where they did basically little vignettes at the end because they didn't know if they were getting another season, I do kind of miss that. I wish that had happened, but they did give us these little packages at the beginning, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never been over for Aerostar. I've always been sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
I liked him when we saw him in person, but that was very different.
I feel like he stole the match a little
He
bit.
crushed it.
He fucking nailed that match. He was so fucking good.
That whole fucking match was good. Just like...
It was so good.
It was
I
very
love
good.
that Jack Evans just punches everyone in the butt.
Yeah.
So at first it was he punched Ty in the butt a while ago, or he punched Evie in the butt, and then it's oh no, he just punches people in the butt. It's a weird heel move that he does.
The weird thing that he does.
Why was the ref being such a butthole?
I don't remember that. Why was he being a butthole?
Because he was I'm so sick of you guys
Oh,
taking advantage of me. I'm gonna get you guys in trouble. But then
That's
of
why
course
he stood in front of a suicide dive. What company do you think you're part of?
get your shit together.
Damn. But the most exciting thing about that match was we got a return of someone who's been missing for quite some time. Mm-hmm. And Helico's back.
And he just beat the shit out of Johnny Mundo.
Yes, he did.
Which totally solidifies the story of Johnny Mundo is the one that took out Angelico. So Angelico
Right.
just kind of disappears, right?
Right.
And we're oh, he's hurt, whatever. And then he comes back and it's no, this motherfucker hurt me. I'm gonna fucking get him back.
Right, and it made sense too because it was during a title match where Johnny Mundo is part of this team because he beat up Phoenix to be as a part of this team as well. It totally makes sense that he would have been the one to do that. And also Johnny Mundo made an appearance so they had the Fatal 4-Way where Ivelisse and Havoc did a 2-person team against teams of 3, and then the next week John Morrison was the one who joined their team for their rematch against the Belts too, so it makes even more sense that he would be the one to take him out.
Johnny Mundo.
Whatever. You know who I mean.
Yeah, it was super cool, and it really set up story without you had to think about it a little bit, but if you have been paying attention, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I just love how good Lucha is at multiple man matches. I
Yeah.
feel like WWE sometimes is just sure, 6-man tag, and it's just a shit show, and
Yeah.
it's really honestly just 2 people wrestling, but there
Yeah.
are other people on the sidelines. But Lucha is so good about giving everyone a time to shine.
Yeah, I agree.
And really telling a story, and I don't know. It was super cool. The Super Friends won.
Yep.
Phoenix is the first Triple Crown
Awesome.
in Lucha, which is awesome. It was so cool.
Yep, it was
then
great.
we had Black Lotus versus Azteca, Dragon Azteca Jr.
Awesome.
I loved it. I know it was short, and I know
I didn't care.
we didn't get a lot from them. I like that this feud is going on. I like that neither of them took a loss, and I'm so happy that Black Lotus is super sick.
Yeah, I'm glad she's
I
really
cannot
good.
wait to see more of her.
Yeah, I completely
I'm
agree.
so happy.
Yep, I completely agree.
I just wrote, damn, into the barricade. Lotus is my queen. It was just good. It was just it could have been a match where you're shit, she's not very good, or it kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason it was so exciting is because the short time.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
started to get hyped for it, and then the rug was pulled out from under you.
Yep, I agree.
Vampiro's reaction when Pentagon came out was hilarious. Oh, that was pretty great. Pentagon just fucking cuts sick promos.
Yes,
that's
seriously.
nuts.
That also that promo that they did backstage between Vampiro and Pentagon when he became Pentagon Dark was awesome.
Yeah, that was
super
cool.
awesome.
Also, Melissa Santos needs so many awards.
All the awards. She's
She's
the
good at
best.
everything. I just wrote that down. She must have had some good face coverage and stuff because she's just
the
great.
best.
Glitter Game strong. Pentagon, nice mask.
Yeah, I love his new mask. It's super sick.
What a great way to know that you want to end with Rey Mysterio, Prince Puma, but like you can't because it's the championship belt. But to have this and have Pentagon be like, I want to be doing this now.
Yeah, I'm
the one calling the shot. That was great. I loved how he choked Matanza with a TV cord.
Yes,
that was really cool. That match was relentless.
Yeah,
that's
was
the
nuts.
word that I can think of.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love that Dario was like, Matanza, wake up!
I loved when Pentagon was like slumped in the corner over the bottom ropes, and Dario just like scurried up to him and like hissed insults in his ear, and then just like scurried and ran away real quick. Like, I loved it. Dario is, I think, definitely my favorite character. Like, I love the wrestling, but he's just so consistent and so good every single time.
I wrote, excuse me, Mexican Destroyer flipping pile driver. That was sick.
That was sick.
That was sick. And then Vampiro comes out and he's like, oh, I'm going to help my student. Here is this baseball bat with fucking shit all over it. Oh, no, Vampiro, you fucked up. You cost him the match.
Mm-hmm. It was real sad.
Good way to keep Matanza with the belt, but like make Pentagon look strong and further that storyline. Also, poor Vampiro, he looked so upset.
He looked real sad.
He was like, excuse me.
I like too that afterwards he was like, I'm gonna start taking my pills again. I'm back. I'm back, brother. I'm back. Like, oh, this is the saddest thing ever.
So sad. And then we had Taya versus Elise. Taya's so flippin' hot.
I don't think that she's very attractive in the face, but I like her so much that it makes me find her more attractive.
Yeah, I think she's hot. But I don't think she's beautiful. I think she's hot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
I
that's
can see that.
like Taya's just hot.
Yeah.
Like I just love Taya. Also, I really want to know what Evalise's pants feel like.
They look amazing, and I fucking want a pair.
I know that they're just fabric, but they look like cool chainmail. I love them. That makes her butt look so good.
Yes, it does.
This match was sweet.
Yeah.
They are just two phenomenal talents. Their chemistry is really good together. Their storytelling is really good together because, like, you know, Ty is a bad guy and Evie is a face, but like she's like a tweener face. Like she's like a bad guy. She's the baddest bitch, right? Well, she was.
Well,
I did not see the Katrina thing coming at all.
Neither did I. Not even for a second. I was so surprised.
So excited by it.
Yeah.
And love Katrina's ring gear, which also
Hell
means
yeah.
Katrina is going to be wrestling in season 3,
Yes,
which
it
makes
does.
sense storyline wise of Mill and Katrina. Like that is a story that could be tough to progress because like once you've you know been in charge of the whole temple, like where do you go? But like if you start focusing on like vendettas, like Mill focused on his vendetta with King Cuerno, and maybe Katrina's focusing on her vendetta with Ivelisse, like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was so great. I loved her magicking in. I love that she magicked to the top of the roof. I bet that it lost some of the magic to be there when they had to like turn the lights off and move her around. But like to see that, it was so effective to see it in like that is good television wrestling storytelling. Like they did such a good job of like Evie and Taya went back so many times, and like you kind of knew
Lots of near falls.
Yeah, you like kind of knew that Evie was gonna win, and so it was like, oh man, this is so intense. And then it was like, nope, death comes for everyone, even you, bitch. Like, fuck yes. I don't want a headstone, but if I did, I would want that on my headstone, like straight up. That was so badass.
Yeah, it was so great. And, like, also just, like, a good way to use women in a way that you can't use the men. Like, it would obviously be, like, really weird if something like that happened with, like, an intergender match. But, like, there are things that you can do with a man-on-man match and a woman-on-woman match that are more appropriate. And, like, that worked really well. It'd be like, we can definitely push the boundaries with some stuff when it is these 3 really badass women.
Right, exactly.
Kind of how they did with like Sexy Star and Mariposa. Like a lot of that stuff, I mean, it was still inappropriate and weird, the kidnapping stuff, but like it had an air of more interesting storytelling because it was 2 women and kind of like a dude, but like it was mostly a story about those 2 women.
Right, yeah.
So I think it's just an interesting way to take like old tropes and like kind of turn them on their heads while still using them.
Right, yeah, I agree.
And then we had Prince Puma and Pentagon Jr.
No.
Nope. Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm really fucking losing it today.
We watched a lot of wrestling. It's fine.
But also like
so much
I
to
know
talk
what I'm
about.
saying in my head, like in my brain, but then my mouth is just like, I don't fucking care what you're doing. I do my own thing.
That's fair. This match was really good. I watched it twice. The first time I watched it, my sound was off. It was
Weird.
ahead by like a quarter of a second, and it totally ruined the match for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Every false finish, I knew just before that it was a false finish, and then I knew when Mysterio
that
won
sucks.
right away. I was like, oh, this blows. And so I watched it a second time. I really enjoyed it, but it was kind of hard to enjoy it as much the second time. Like, I kind of knew Mysterio was going to win anyway, but it was...
Right, like, it just felt like that was going to be that way.
Right, exactly. So, I don't know. I really enjoyed it, but I feel like I have kind of a weird view of it now, because I had to watch it twice, and, like, I don't know, the, like, magic of it was ruined a little for me. But it was incredible, and, like, they're both such good wrestlers. Super good. It was super good. I can see the seeds of why Puma leaves after the third season, though.
I did like, you know, Rey Mysterio has said before, like, that he doesn't go as hard as he used to because he doesn't need to. But, like, I liked how he worked in that match. Like, Puma did a lot of the, like, crazier stuff and the heavy lifting that. But, like, Rey Mysterio definitely pulled his weight and looked really good. Yeah. And I liked how Rey Mysterio still won because that's, like, kind of what the audience wanted. And, like, but he, like, gave the ring to him and stuff, and it was like, this is yours. Like, I don't necessarily think that, in my opinion, Puma shouldn't have lost. I get why they did it, and I get why the crowd is more over for Rey Mysterio, but, like, Puma is supposed to be, like, your dude. It's like, like, you set him up to be the dude, and then you're like, but this famous guy comes in. Right. Which, like, I get it, I really do, but I also, like, I just don't like that.
Right, exactly. And, like, I can see how it
I
led
can
to him
totally
leaving.
see, yeah.
Yeah, like, it makes a lot of sense to me, so it's...
And I was listening to the Face Lock Feministas podcast, and one of them said, yeah, it's funny that he's, like, the main guy, and yet he's 0 for 2 at Ultima Luchas.
Oh, yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah.
Weird.
So that's kind of, like, weird.
Yeah, that is weird. This match was good, though. I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I want to see more Rey Mysterio, too, which is, like, they did a really good job of, like, he's the most famous luchador of all time, a lot. But, like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, this is a new show with a bunch of new people, and, like, the fact that Rey Mysterio can come in.
People have to, like, prove themselves.
Right, and, like, I thought that they did a really good job of using Rey, even though I am disappointed in the way that it meant that they used Puma.
Agreed. So then, Matt Stryker is like, thanks for a great season.
Bye.
We'll see you at Underground. My face!
JK!
Pentagon Dark came back and was like, no, fuck you, Matt Stryker. Come here, you motherfucker, Vampiro. And then he just takes that baseball bat with the barbed wire and just runs it across his face and gets him all bloody. Vampiro was fucking really bleeding. Like, I know you bleed a lot from your head.
He looked real sad.
It made me so uncomfortable, but in, like, a good way, because not only did Vampiro look really sad and defeated, but he was just covered in blood. Like, it was, like, great acting on his part. And then Pentagon's like, you're not the master anymore, bitch. I'm my own master, and I live off of your blood. And then he just straight up...
5 handfuls of blood he ate. That's disgusting.
I was watching it with Julie, and she goes, man, I hope they get HIV tests.
Yep, they do.
And I was like...
Definitely do.
Oh, Julie.
That's what I said, like, the first time I, like, really started watching UFC, I was, like, really concerned. Like, how often do they test these fighters? Do they know what's in their blood? This is so dangerous.
Yeah, that was insane. And then you think, okay, that's it, whatever. And then, no. You just see a fucking cutscene, and there's sirens, and it's slow-mo, and you see Dario handcuffed and put in the back of a police van. And then
music was good, too.
Like, longest thing, and you know what's going to happen, but it looks, you're just like, just do it. And then Dario just looks up, just has the most evil fucking smile on his face.
Yep.
With Montez's key around his neck.
Yes, I noticed that as well.
What the fuck is gonna happen?
I don't know. I love it. I love that they threw up the to be continued at the end. Like, I think that that's smart too.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. I thought it was great. This was a great way to finish this season.
Apparently, like, people, I don't read spoilers and stuff, but apparently season 3 is bananas.
I bet that it is.
Fucking cannot wait.
Yep.
But what a great Ultima Lucha. I would like to go back and watch all 4 hours together. I think that would just be a more interesting experience to like see them all, how they fit together as puzzle pieces.
That's how I watched the first Ultima Lucha, all 3 hours straight through.
I want to rewatch Lucha Underground season 1.
It's so different.
I know.
So
I'm the
weird.
one that watched it all from the beginning, bitch.
Yeah, I fucking know that. I'm the one who watched season 1 more recently. Like 2 weeks ago.
I'm a hipster. I watched it from the premiere. premiere on accident, but I
Yeah.
still watched
Shut
it
your
from the premiere.
face.
I just started getting into wrestling, and then I just put like it in my DVR, and Lucha came up, and I was like, oh, this should be interesting. And then I did not realize, but I was watching the like series premiere, and I was like, this is amazing, dude. More people know about this? No, they don't. Cool. And then Shane Hill was like, you should watch Lucha Underground. And I was like, bitch, I've been there from the beginning.
Bitch.
Samesies with RuPaul's Drag Race. Don't come for me.
Destined to break in, I found my way in. Now ain't nobody gonna take it. 'Cause the good gon' push them all out the way.
I remember when couldn't pay the rent.
What are your thoughts?
I fucking loved Battleground.
It was one of the best pay-per-views top to bottom that I think I've watched in a really long time.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I did not watch the pre-show. Did you?
I did.
Was it a good match?
Yes, it was very good, actually. It was really weird to see the Usos versus Breezango, and then Breezango won.
Good.
It was really
the Usos
weird.
don't need to win anything.
No, I completely agree.
The only thing I like about the Usos is that one of them is married to Naomi.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's
all I like.
There was this one part where I can't remember who took the pin. I want to say it was Jay, but I could be wrong. But
And Uso.
one of the Usos, J. Uso, because I don't know which J. Uso it was, but J. Uso hits the ropes, and Tyler Breeze did like the Frankenstein arms as he went after him, and I was like, oh, they're gonna lose. Like that's a like enhancement talent move to make, like stumbling after the person with my arms out, and then he fucking won. Tyler Breeze rolled him up in a small package, which is my favorite pin, so I was super excited about it. And
Why
then
do you
they
like
fucking
this small
won.
package so much?
I just really like it. I like the way that it looks when you roll people up real quick like that, and I like the tie-in of putting like hooking their leg too.
Yeah.
It's also the move that Ricky Steamboat won against Macho Man.
I feel like I've
Savage.
asked you this question on the podcast before.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, I really love that pin. It's one of my favorites. So that match was actually really good.
Cool, I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, it was. I definitely recommend it.
Then Battleground opens
With the motherfucking women!
The women's. And at first I was like, huh, this is interesting. And then I was like, I think they just want to like have the pop of the person who comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So then Charlotte and Dana come out, and Dana looked great.
Yeah.
Dana looked really good.
They
And I was
both looked
like,
really
okay,
good.
cool. This is cool. Sasha comes out by herself. Okay, but she's smiling like a fucking motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And her like pearly whites, you were like, ah, fuck. It's gonna be it.
Yep, I knew too. As soon as she got in the ring and like looked over,
And
I
had
was
that
like,
big ass smile. I was like, if it was Paige or anybody else, it would just be like a look, and she would stay in her character. But she is breaking character. She is so fucking excited right now.
oh my god, it was so great. It was just so great. And then Bailey's music hit, and Sasha looked like she was gonna cry. And it was just,
And they had like coordinating gear. Their colors were the same.
it was great.
It was great. And Charlotte's face was great too. It was just so fun. And
And I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't backpedal and be like, we swerved you. We let you believe it was going to be Bailey. Like, those people would have freaked out on whoever
Yeah.
it was if it hadn't been Bailey. And I hate that they had to insist so many times, like, this is a one-off thing. Like, okay, whatever, that's fine. But, like, you don't need to say it 100 times. Like, we get it. Like, you're at least... I like, too, that Vince got to hear that fucking enormous roar for her. Like, that's dollar signs straight up in his eyeballs. Like, that... You cannot ignore the impact that Bailey has now, and I think that this was a
and
great
you
way
need
to
fucking
showcase
good
it.
baby faces.
Absolutely, yeah, and she's
And there's
that.
no better baby face than Bailey.
Yeah, absolutely, and like that match was good, and they had a lot of time. Like that,
I thought Dana looked good too. I know some people are shitting on Dana. She is not the best wrestler in the world, but like I think she did a decent job in that match.
right, I agree, and like especially
I love
knowing
when
that
Bailey jumps through the corner in the ropes.
yes,
I love that.
yep, I really liked it, and I think too that with Dana. It's important to remember that she only came up like a couple of weeks before all
And it's
of
also
this
important to
happened.
remember that they have pushed her very fast. And
Yes.
she has been, as much as she could, honestly, has been working her ass off.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
any other person who would be pushed as quickly as she was would probably look 10 times as worse as she does.
I agree. And I think she's doing a really good job. And then Sasha gets the pin on Charlotte.
Looks so good. At first, I was like, "Oh well, then Bailey's gonna pin Dana." That's
That's
how
kinda
this
what
is
I
gonna
figured,
be.
too.
And then I was like, "No,
Nope.
That's 2 fucking pins or submissions in a row.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's bonanzas."
Mm-hmm. It was very great. Okay, so then after the women's match, which was great, and we loved, and we
Duh.
freaked out.
Duh. What did you think of this 6-on-6?
Which one was which 6-on-6 was this? Was this
The
the New
Wyatts
Day?
versus the New Day.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought that they did a great job of telling the story in
I
the
thought
ring.
the Bray and Xavier storytelling specifically was really good.
Yeah, and like they really needed to do it at Battleground because they're on different shows, and like
Right.
this was a really
And
satisfying.
they're
conclusion.
breaking up the Wyatt family.
Right, exactly. And I
It
thought
was
that
a-
was.
yeah.
I thought it was great that Bray got the pin on Xavier, even though Xavier got to have his like "I'm not scared of you" moment. I thought that they did a really good job with that, and like Bray fucking needed it. Bray needed a win real bad. I didn't realize at first it was a non-title match, so I thought that the New Day was gonna win. Or, was going to win. And then, they're the longest reigning tag team champs now, too.
JK,
which is the best. Been around since the beginning of that train. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we have been. Basically, if we tell you something's going to be good, you should listen to us because other than our massive failure with Eva Marie, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I agree.
And honestly, we got duped, and we were trying to be positive.
And we
sometimes-
reacted very positively to Eva Marie, which we will talk about in the SmackDown section that we will finish once we finish watching
Well,
SmackDown.
We reacted positively to whatever. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Everybody knows, but like, I just weirdly stopped talking and smelled my hair.
I don't know why you did that.
So fucking weird. Oh my god, I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I thought it was good storytelling and like wrapped that story up in like a little bow really nicely.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked it. That it was the good.
Rusev versus. Oh no, let's hold on a second.
Okay.
What the fuck in whatever fucking god or goddess's name that you fucking believe in, who the fuck let Lana walk out in front of people dressed like a fucking little kid who just like put on a fucking costume in her mommy's closet? What the fuck? Her hair was fucking messy and weird, like a fucking frizzy ass fishtail braid with a fucking tiny baby tiara.
The tiara
and
was
like
weird.
A fucking Madonna like a virgin wedding dress.
I legit thought they were gonna get married.
What the fuck?
It was so.
He's the only one that can have me.
hate that.
You know what, Lana? Nobody fucking wants you. Get it to fucking gether.
She walked out, and Mike and I both just started laughing, and I think we both had the same thought: was I bet Stella is just shit in her pants right now.
What the fuck?
Even last night when we were watching Raw, Devin was like, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, this is how do you go from camo to a fucking wedding dress? Like that? It's just bizarre now. Like it was sort of bizarre before, and now it's like it seems purposefully bizarre.
Ugh.
Yeah."
But you know what outfit made up for it? Fucking whatever the fuck Zack Ryder chose to wear.
That Uncle Sam gear.
It was like
Wow.
Macho Man meets fucking a 4th of July furniture salesman's commercial. Like, what the fuck?
It's so weird. Oh my god.
But I gotta admit,
Yeah.
I loved it.
That match was really good too. I thought they did a really good job. Zack Ryder looked really good. Rusev looked really good.
I saw a really... there's this really funny GIF, and I tried to put it on our Tumblr, but for some reason the GIF wouldn't work on our Tumblr. But it's the segment where Mojo Rawley is coming out, and it's him just like screaming, and then like
Rusev just blinking.
Rusev, and like underneath Rusev, it's just like the fuck, like, and then he's like, "I'm your next feud," and he's like, "Fuck."
I liked how when you put him in the accolade, Zach got the like moment where he struggled
Yeah,
out. I thought
yeah,
that was
yeah.
really great, and then I loved that they said he had his moment and then he had to tap, and I was like, oh, that is just the most succinct sum up of Zack Ryder's
Zack
career,
Ryder.
which
He
is
had
sad,
his
but,
moment.
but then had to tap.
I'm showing Erin the GIF. I will try to figure a way to put it on. It's so perfect.
Red Bull motherfucker.
It's so good. My music is playing. My music is playing. Now I can save my friend.
I was excited. I was very excited about it. I thought it was hilarious that Rusev was so confused. Did you see that he tweeted after he got off of like backstage that he was like, I don't understand why this fan jumped in the ring. Why is this happening?
So weird.
It was perfect.
I love
I
it.
loved it. And I love that is exactly what Mojo's character is like.
Yeah.
Like, that was not
He's
like
just
a
like an
weird,
insane-
out of character thing at all. He'd just get up in his face and scream. I loved it. I thought it was great. I was very excited about it.
Looking up other matches that
Then it was Sammy
happened.
and Kevin Owens.
Oh, and then it was like the most insane match in the world.
Yeah.
It was so
I like don't even know where
I don't even know how
start.
to talk about it.
I don't either.
It was just kind of like a perfect match.
It really
Other
was.
than the one crazy botch that made me want to vomit because I thought Sami Zayn was going to die.
Yeah, I thought that he'd fucked his shoulder up really bad, but they did such a good job of incorporating. Once Kevin put him in like the cross face with his shoulder pulled back, I was like, okay, he's fine. There's no way Kevin Owens would actually do this to him.
Right.
If they really thought
But
his shoulder
they
was
just
fucked
know
up.
each other so well and have such good chemistry, and like they can just communicate without communicating.
Yeah. Nicole watched the Battleground. We've got to have her on the show.
Yeah,
We should
have her on soon. She's fun.
She's really funny too when she watches the pay-per-views. She was watching it and just watching her face, like she was just horrified like the whole time. And at the end, near the end, she was like, "They fight like they're brothers." And I was
you're like,
"That's
yes!
exactly right. That is exactly."
You're
she watched,
correct.
When she watched the promo package, she was like, "This is incredible. Why are they so angry at each other? I didn't know there was so much drama in wrestling." And I was like, "Oh, girl, welcome aboard." That's all wrestling is drama.
I just loved at the end where Zayn was like, "Stay down," and just like yelling at Sammy, and like that's what got Sammy to be like, "No, I will win.
Don't make me do this." Oh, I loved that. I thought it was great.
Then a haluva kick, and then I can probably get fuck you. I'm gonna haluva kick your face again because I'm gonna pin you, motherfucker.
Yep. It was great. It was so good.
I don't know how they're gonna be on the same roster, unless I think what it is that Kevin's just gonna like ignore it and be like, whatever, I don't care, that didn't happen, whatever, and he's just gonna like ignore it and be like, Sammy who? Excuse me, what? I'm Kevin Owens.
It kind of seems like they're setting it up to be like Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, where like they fight other people, but then like they get involved in each other's matches, and like if they're not directly fighting with each other every time, but are like in the background, and then like if Kevin goes like 3 months without interacting with them and then runs in, it's like, oh my god, of course he's doing this, of course this is happening again, and then they wind up with some bomb ass WrestleMania match. Like, why would you not fucking book that shit? They're good.
Book it yesterday
every single time. It was so good. I was so happy.
Then we had Natty versus Becky Lynch,
Which was good.
Those two are good together.
Yeah,
they have
have
the same
great
style of
chemistry.
like submission based.
Yes,
like
they do a lot of mat
wrestling.
work.
They just work really well together, and their match on SmackDown was really good too.
Yeah, I agree.
I just really like them. You know, the crowd had to come around a little bit because they just got taken to town with the Sammy KO match, but like by the end, the crowd was pretty like you know,
They were into it, which was great.
Becky submitted.
Yeah, I
Giving
wasn't
Natty the
even.
win. I wasn't upset about it.
I wasn't either. I thought it was appropriate. I thought
And
it
Becky
followed
really
the match.
and Natty really worked that leg, so it like made sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job of that. Both of them told a very good and concise story in the ring. And I like that they're on the same show, and so we'll get more of that too. I didn't think I wanted more of that storyline.
I do.
Turns out I do. I really do.
So The Miz and Darren Young.
Oh my god, that match. I feel bad for them, for everyone involved, because it was so good up until the end when it just fell apart.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I obviously like everything that's going on in the ring, and then like taking off shirts is hard.
Right? They made the classic mistake of having a suspender still on and was just not prepared for it. And
Bob Backlund didn't do like a costume run before,
I guess
and
not.
he got stuck in it, and then like it just kind of fell apart at the end a little bit. But then they got it back. Like it fell apart.
It
but
kinda
then they got
worked,
it
but it
back.
fell apart.
Yeah, because then Darren Young, like you know, I like that Darren Young was about to win. He was doing so good, but then he just got so angry. Like, and he was like, "No, Bob Backlund is my guy. I'm gonna protect him." And then he did the crossface chicken wing, which he does really well.
He's really good at it.
He's really good at it. Mm-hmm. And I like that he comes out and does the like equal sign, and he's like, "Fuck you guys," like whatever. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also that the staring at his hands thing is a callback to something Bob Backlund used to do. He would like snap and like beat the shit out of people and then be like, "What have I done?" So it seems like that is going to be something.
I didn't know. I actually am not super familiar with Bob Backlund.
I don't know a ton
I
about
watch like
him.
a lot of old wrestling.
Yeah, I was familiar with him, and I've listened to a bunch of interviews with him, and I'm familiar with his
so
stuff.
hilarious that wrestlers used to have championship belts for like years.
Yeah, he had it for like 1,000 days.
2,000 days.
Disgusting. That's disgusting, and it's way too long. But I really liked that. In
Yeah,
general.
for it being like a weird match, it was still pretty good.
Yeah, even with the weird fucking finish, like I still really enjoyed it.
Then we had Cena, Enzo, Big Cass, and the Club.
This was also really good.
Is that just Imogen?
Yeah, she's just batting stuff onto the floor.
What a dick. It was really good.
I loved Enzo's promo at the beginning too. He just crushed it.
Enzo
of
kills
course.
it. I like that John Cena was just standing there like, this is good. John Cena.
Yep.
I love
it was
that
nice.
everyone chanted soccer mom at AJ Styles.
And it genuinely made him laugh too, which I also really like.
Yeah, he was like, all right, this is pretty funny. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I think it's plain old WWE to have John Cena win clean on AJ, but like whatever, who cares? They're on the same roster, so who cares?
Yeah, and like the storytelling that they did within the match made it work too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an easy win, and I like too that fucking John Cena threw Enzo at Luke Gallows, like totally giving new definition to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Like that's literally what he did.
It was a good match. And then we were all gifted with the glory that is Chris Jericho's goatee. I love it. I love everything about it. I would like his trunks to now say goatee on him.
Oh my god.
I just need it in my life. At first, I eye rolled a little bit. I was like, "Oh yeah, we have this thing," but they fucking crushed it.
They did crush it. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought it was a little long, but
yeah, I agree. It was a little long, but they were just they're back and forth. At first, I kind of did the eye roll of okay, Randy Orton, you're this weird tweener, and I forgot that whatever.
Right.
I don't love you on the mic, but whatever. Jericho just nails everything that he does, and fucking Randy Orton's enhancement talent was hilarious.
yes, it was.
No enhancement needed. He can suplex me 13, 20 times, but it only takes one RKO. No enhancement needed.
Yeah, I loved it too. Stella and I talked about this before we started recording, but I loved that moment right after Randy said that when it was just silent. And Chris Jericho, in his face, you could see him realizing fuck, now I'm going to have to talk to Vince about this. And you can see Randy Orton go, fuck, Brock Lesnar's going to straight up murder my ass.
I did love when Jericho too was like, Brock told me all of these things. And then he was like, well, he said this, he said that. And by total coincidence, Brock said, you're a stupid idiot. And then I love the fake RKO, am I going to do it now?
Like,
Oh, you're going to do it now? Oh, are you going to do it now, Randy? Oh, Randy, you going to do it now? And then Randy did that back to him, oh, am I going to do it? No, I'm going to fucking do it. Bam!
Mm-hmm. That's what I needed. I needed an RKO. Why the fuck was Randy wearing pants? I don't understand, and I'm really upset about it.
It's okay. You'll see his booty soon.
I know.
And then the main event happened.
Which was good. It was
I
really
got
good.
so scared when Roman was taking a Roman nap. I was like, fuck, Roman's going to win.
I did too.
Roman
I was
fucking
timing
nap.
his naps. I was like, if they last longer than 4 minutes, I'm gonna fucking shit. They did not.
I'm so excited that Dean won.
Me too.
I marked out pretty hard for it. Honestly, I was so tired on Monday from the weekend that I fell asleep during the Intercontinental match. Not because the pay-per-view was boring. I was just so tired. I was just genuinely tired. So I woke up early and I rewatched the Intercontinental match and I watched the rest. And I was not disappointed by any of it.
I really enjoyed it. It feels almost weird to say this because it took 2 years to do this, but it felt like they sort of rushed this match together at the last second, and I think they all did a very good job with what they were given.
Also, all of the promo packages, the video packages for the whole thing were great. Whoever does video packages for WWE deserves a huge fucking raise because they're always on point.
Yeah, all of them are always good.
I love the celebration at the end. I thought it was funny where everybody from SmackDown came into the ring. I liked having them backstage all watching. I thought that was cute and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I like Simon Gotch's little manly clap in
Yes.
the background. Mhm, yes. I don't know. I just thought it was a really good pay-per-view.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was expecting it to be sort of a throwaway pay-per-view, and it was fucking really good.
I agree.
Really good.
And now that vision's just sitting high on my own gold throne. Never listening criticism, I build my own. From the bottom, I've gotten myself in my own zone. Never stopping, I made it, and no, I ain't gone home.
So, Raw. First Raw after the brand split. Right up top, hate the new logo, hate the new song.
I don't hate the new logo.
Both garbage. I do like the new video in the beginning because it shows fucking everyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love seeing Nia in the beginning. That's
me too.
dope.
Yeah, it's
exciting.
Sick. It's pretty sick.
So, Raw was really good.
Was good top to bottom. I think that might be the best Raw that I've seen in
It's
a
like
year.
a weird era where they're like giving us what we want.
Right? As soon as the show was over, I was like, I don't understand what the catch is here, but I'm really happy.
Yeah.
We were talking, Lady J and I were talking about it a little this morning on Twitter about how they want to bring in casual fans, and like that's sort of what their whole thing is like getting casual fans to watch and become bigger fans. But I think that they have underestimated how much it is important to please your regular fans, because
Yeah.
if they just talk shit constantly,
Then you're not going to get casual fans.
right, exactly. And if people seem excited and are happy about the things that you're doing, that it encourages new people to watch it. My friend Sarah, that I told you she was watching the draft, and she had never watched any wrestling. The only exposure she has is my Twitter. That's the only thing she knows. She knows she likes
really funny.
The New Day, Sasha Banks, and Finn Balor. So she watched Raw for the first time. She watched the draft and really enjoyed it, and was like, everyone I really like is on Raw, so I'm going to try and watch that. So she watched Raw. She texted me beforehand, and she was like, I saw on your Twitter that there's a buy one, get one on WWE's site. My husband told me I'm not allowed to buy a shirt yet because I'm not invested enough. And then halfway through the show, she texted me again, and she was like, yeah, P.S. Ben told me I can buy a shirt, so I got a Sasha Banks and a Finn Balor shirt. And I was like, welcome aboard. So, like, and that's a great example of someone who was kind of casually interested and then started watching on this Raw and was like, yeah, I'm hooked. I'm going to watch this. Like,
Also started watching because you, her friend, really pushed her into watching it.
right, exactly. And, like, that it's important to keep your fans happy. And, like,
Right.
you can't keep them happy 100% of the time. But when your fans are telling you, this will make us happy, this will make us unhappy, don't do the thing that will make them unhappy. Like, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb business sense.
I feel like this is a long podcast, so I feel like really honestly the only thing that we should talk about is Raw is Boss.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Raw is Boss!
Had a dream, I had it made it. Now there's nothing dragging down me, yeah. 'Cause the dog don't push it all out the way.
We can't just say Raw is Boss.
Yeah. So,
I just got excited and we needed to watch SmackDown. And Nick walked through the door, so I was like, oh, we need to...
yes. Other exciting things that happened on Raw. Nia Jax looked great. You said earlier that you don't like them bringing back
just
the
don't.
enhancement talent.
The problem is I feel like they have so many people on their roster and they get more money if they're on TV, and like you can make the argument that they're going to push them and stuff, but like Alicia Fox is never going to get a push. She can take a pin.
Yeah, but like we were saying before, like I was saying earlier before we started recording, that it's not just one pin, it's tons of pins. And like if that's going to be part of the brands now, that they do have enhancement talent and people are going to be in short 3-minute squash matches, like it does make Summer or Alicia look really bad to take 30 losses in a row. Like they can't really do that. And like there aren't a lot of male superstars that they're really willing to throw away in that way either. Like Curtis Axel is a good example of that, but again, he can't be the enhancement talent every single time.
For everyone.
Right, exactly. So I like the idea of it, and I like that it gives it like an old school pro wrestling feel. I really enjoy that. And I loved that dude going up against Braun Strowman just looking straight terrified.
Yeah, and the little like, so must have been exciting to get a WWE match, but now you're up against this monster. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. My life is hard. What do you think about Braun Strowman's new gimmick?
It's absolutely terrifying. It's really weird because he looked like a giant baby for a really long time, and then somehow giving him a double side shave made him a horrifying serial killer.
Also, his new music like legitimately scared me. I was like,
It's good. It was a good decision. I like all of the changes that they made to Braun, and I like all the changes that they made to Bray. I think that they were super smart. They made them look legit scary.
yeah. So Finn had a super good night.
Yeah. Last night was also Finn's fucking birthday.
It was his birthday. It was his debut, and he won the main event.
Yeah. So he and Seth Rollins are going to be the contenders for the new WWE Universal Champion.
I said it like, you were like, what do you think about the Universal Champion? I was like, it seems like a very like kindergarten move. Like, I'm the world champion. Yeah, well, I'm the Universal Champion.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Which is like on brand for
Yeah.
Raw, I feel like.
And it works. I think that it's a good idea, and it's a new, different belt, so it's not like we're bringing something back and like then it gets assumed as the secondary belt. So like it actually is like new, and I like that.
What did you actually think about the Sasha Charlotte match?
I really liked it. I thought it was great that they got 22 goddamn minutes. Like, that is just absolutely incredible. Like, they both did such a good job. And we've talked before about how they really wanted to recreate Sasha Charlotte, and it felt very stale.
And
This
forced.
did not feel stale, and it did not feel forced. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, there were a couple, like, kind of small, like, they weren't botches. They were just, like, a couple small, sloppy moments. And I think it's just because Charlotte can't go as fast as Sasha can. So
Yeah.
sometimes when they're up in the momentum, like, one of them just gets a little behind. My favorite moment, but, like, it didn't, that happens in men's matches, too. Like, that didn't detract from it that much. And it was just a couple little things. My favorite moment, though, was the, like, old school Eddie Guerrero moment where she got Dana Brooke kicked out and how smug she looked.
When she gave her that little, like, wave goodbye to, oh, it was just perfect. God, she is gonna be a great champion.
It was great. And I love the, like, tons of near falls. And I love, like, right before Sasha got the pin, Charlotte was like, you are never gonna get this. You're never gonna beat me. And then Sasha was like, sorry, bitch. Bank statement.
Yep.
That was awesome. I loved the crowd chanting, you deserved it. I loved how, like, happy and, like, that was fucking awesome. Also, she did a backstage segment, and she was like, she, did the whole thing, like, this has been my dream since I was 10, blah, blah, blah. And then she, like, threw some of Charlotte's, like, hair onto the camera and was like, snatched the girl bald. And I was like, good. I'm glad that, like, you're having, like, a genuine moment, but you're also staying in character and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was great.
So good. It was so good.
What do you think of SmackDown?
I really liked it, actually. I thought it was pretty good.
Also don't like the SmackDown logo or the new SmackDown song.
I don't like the song. I don't mind the logo. Both
I
the
like
logos
the song.
are fine.
The old song. Black and blue, I called you. Also, why is the first word in your SmackDown song red?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're the Blue Show. Why is the first word red?
I don't know.
Whatever, that's nitpicky.
Yeah, whatever. I liked it so far. I was confused about why they brought everybody out to announce the six-pack match. I was like, what, just gonna throw this in the women's face that they have no belt to compete for? Like, what is the point of them being out here? This is super weird, but whatever.
Hopefully they get a different belt, too.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, Becky and God, I hate myself. Becky and Natty had, like, a rematch.
Yeah, they had a really good match, actually.
Another really, really good match.
Yeah, I really
But
enjoyed
this
it.
time Becky went over, and then this is when we both, like, freaked out. So Becky went over, Natty, walks away, whatever, defeated, and then Becky's giving, like, a, I didn't know that Renee Young was SmackDown. So
Yes.
Renee Young is SmackDown now. So Renee Young's,
They care
like,
about that couple staying together.
well, they're the best couple.
They're on Total Divas together, too. That's
Total
probably why.
Divas. So Renee's like, how's it feel, blah, blah, blah. And then Becky makes some, like, weird pun because Becky's Becky. And then fucking Twisted Bliss comes out.
Yes.
And does not seem fucking nervous at all. Just
No,
fucking
nailed it.
crushes it. Her hair looks good. She's like, you're about to get, I don't remember what word she used.
For those of you that don't know who I am, you are looking at the epitome of what a woman should look like.
So good. But then Alexa's interrupted by Naomi's return. And she
Yes.
sounded great and looked great.
Looks
and
great.
as always, hair to die for.
Yep.
So good. Let's
So
go
good.
Naomi. And then Naomi is interrupted by Carmella. And then
Was it
Yeah.
Carmella that interrupted her?
who else would it have been?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because on SmackDown it's Natty, Becky, Alexa, Naomi, Carmella, and fucking
The Red Menace.
Eva Marie. So
Oh
we're
my God.
all popping and freaking, and then Erin, I was like, "That's it, right? That's the women." And then Erin's like, "Well, there's Eva," and then Eva's music hits, and it's fucking long, and the lights go red, and then they have a fucking voiceover for her. It's like the most, like very old school, like 60s, the most fascinating, the most beautiful, the most, and it goes on forever. And then Eva just comes out, doesn't say a fucking word, has a bomb ass jacket, just walks around with a smug ass look on her face, and just blows a kiss.
Yep.
And honestly, if Eva never talks and her gimmick is that she just has like a weird voiceover and has a sick jacket, like I know immediately the me liking her at all is going to go away, because the moment she steps in a ring, it's going to make me want to pull my eyeballs out.
Yeah.
But right now, that was funny.
Yeah, I said
And they
the
just
same,
leaned into it.
Yeah, and I said the same thing when they placed Nia with her at NXT. I thought they had done a really good job in NXT of building a good gimmick around her and around the fact that everybody fucking hates her. And so it's smart to like not have her talk and just have her be.
Fucking leaned into it.
She's just a symbol of everything that everybody hates. And like,
Alexa's face was so funny. Alexa's just when Alexa, the like narrator said something like the most talented or something, and they cut to Alexa and she just went really like really upset about it.
It was great. It's the most I've enjoyed Eva. Straight up.
Yeah.
I'm using her name instead of calling her the Red Menace, so it must have been pretty good.
So funny. What was the opening match?
Um,
Oh, it was the Battle Royale.
Yes.
That Apollo Crews one.
yeah, that's right.
And then we had a Miz TV with Randy and the Miz. Well, first of all, the Miz interviewed himself, and it was a riveting interview.
It was very good.
And then Randy came out, and they went toe-to-toe, and then Maurice basically was like, well, my husband will kick your ass, so you have a match. And then Miz was like, what?
I have a what?
Excuse me, Maurice? And then, of course, Randy just, like, RKO'd the shit out of the Miz. That's basically what Randy Orton does.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
You
fine
know,
with
I
that.
guess Randy Orton's just showing up to ruin everybody's talk shows.
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
That's his shtick now.
Fine.
And then it was then they had a promo package for American Alpha. They're going to premiere next week. And then
very
it was
excited.
the 6-pack.
No, first it was Heath Slater.
Oh, yes. Heath Slater being like, I'm a free agent, blah, blah, blah. And then fucking Rhino goring the shit out of him.
Which was amazing. I'm
in
super
a sweet
happy.
new singlet.
Yeah, I love his new singlet. It's great.
And then we had the 6-pack.
Yes.
Which, fucking Dolph Ziggler won, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't...
Bray looked really good.
Yeah, Bray looked great. John Cena looked good. Apollo looked great.
Here's the thing. Dolph Ziggler is a really good wrestler. Most of the crowd is over on him. We are not over on him anymore because
He's a garbage person.
Well, it's hard to say that because like lots of wrestlers are garbage people. It's like we both were over on him. We both really liked him, but we both got caught up in the like he's gonna do it. He's gonna be the guy too many times, and I think that deflated our balloons a little bit. And then he really like hit very sensitive like topics for us. So we were like, okay, well, you suck as a person. And it's hard to like you as a wrestler because you get invested in your balloon pop too many times.
Right, exactly.
So
it'll be a good match between him and Dean at SummerSlam. I don't understand why Dolph Ziggler is going to be like co-headlining SummerSlam, but whatever, I guess. Whatever. Like, he is a good wrestler and they will have a good match. And like, Dolph Ziggler's not gonna fucking win the title. Like, so I guess I'm cool with that.
There was also a really, really cool person in the audience who had a Hillary as hell match.
Hillary for hell.
Hillary for hell sign. So
Great.
that guy's real special.
Great.
Nailed it.
Yep. Yeah, SmackDown's good. We will continue to watch it probably in this really weird way.
Yeah. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about WWE and I cannot remember. Oh, on Raw we celebrated the New Day. They threw a little party from themselves, which was cute. But then who interrupted them? What tag team interrupted them? I remember it was weird. Oh, it was the Club, and then somebody else came out too. There's like a tag team that came out that I was like, really?
I don't remember.
I feel like there's a tag team moment on Raw that made me like, oh, they were not interrupted by the Club, my friend. They were interrupted by the Shining Stars.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Did the Club come out at the end of that? Is that what
Maybe.
happened?
I don't know.
Because I remember thinking, oh,
Yeah,
duh,
and then it just
obviously.
turned into like a bunch of tag teams like freaking out or whatever.
And like, it totally makes sense. Duh. Obviously, the Club is going to be on the same show as the New Day because now they can legitimately challenge them for the titles.
Right.
Like,
But,
that
like,
totally makes sense.
what the fuck is the Shining Stars doing?
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right, guys.
So ridiculous. What
They're very good at being hated. They're really good at it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
The Dudleys are on SmackDown, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, also on Raw, Goldust loves Pokemon Go, and what's his fuck? R-Truth does not understand Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and that's fine. And that's okay. That's fine.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah.
But again, the most important thing I want you to all realize is that Raw is Before we wrap up the episode, we just have a couple questions from our demis.
Yeah.
Demis, yeah.
Demis. That's a thing that we're saying now. I actually love that. I think it's really funny.
It's very funny.
Okay, so we've got a slew of 4 questions from Lady J, so I'm just going to start with them.
Rapid fire.
All right. How hard did y'all cry last night?
Not super hard because I was very tired, but I did tear up, and I did a little dance, and I made Nick hug me.
Yeah,
and it is the screensaver on my computer, and it's the last 6 Tumblr posts on our Tumblr.
Yeah, I screamed and I jumped up and down, and I kind of happy teary-eyed, but didn't actually cry. I was just so excited.
A singular.
I
tear.
couldn't believe it was actually happening. Also,
yeah, it was a little oh, okay. It's raw.
Yeah.
La la la.
Oh, okay.
I was literally I had a cross stitch in my hand. And I was paying attention to the match, but I was just my average Monday night, and then I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. It was really, really exciting.
It was awesome.
I thought for sure they were gonna wait till SummerSlam to give her the belt.
Me too.
So this was a great move.
But they'll have a rematch on SummerSlam.
And it'll be fucking boss.
It'll be great.
I'm really excited about it. Why did Zack Ryder wear white trunks on Sunday?
I believe we discussed this because Zack Ryder was channeling some kind of weird Macho Man fashion god.
Yes. Why does anyone wear white trunks? That's a great question. I don't know either.
Brazen audacity.
Yeah, I guess. Really, really confident in their dance belt, I guess. I don't know. It's very strange. And also, how hard did y'all pop for Bailey, and what were your thoughts on Reigns' gear being blacked out last night?
We talked about how
yeah.
we popped for Bailey. It
The
was
hard.
awesome. Super hard. Screamed a little bit. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to Reigns.
I was a little surprised because he had all the gold on Battleground.
Well, because when Seth came back, they flipped colors.
Yeah, and so I liked that it was blacked out. I liked that he had that strong look. I liked the beard. I especially like that he lost.
That guy is good.
I like that he lost, and I liked afterwards that he gave. The only time we heard him speak all night was him to say, yeah, that guy's good, and then to leave. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And they did put on a good match. Roman pulled his weight in that match.
I thought that was the best that I have responded to Roman in ages. And honestly, it's because he didn't talk. I don't want to hear Roman talk ever. Ever. You can just feel the arrogance coming off of every single word he says. And so, just keep it to a couple sentences and people will accept it and will move past him. So, I like the black gear. I think that it fits with the, all right, well, now he's a dark horse. Great. Awesome. Have him have that role. That would be great.
Somebody wanted to know what, Sean Orleans wanted to know what could replace the Peen Watch when Alberto Del Rio leaves again.
I don't know. I mean, there's lots
Belly button watch.
Oh, my God. No.
Baron Corbin and his weird mouth belly button.
I feel like that's the other
Coming
thing
at you to eat
we
ya.
noticed most quickly as well. So maybe weird belly button watch. Although, what show is Bo Dallas on? Because we can have Peen Watch for him.
Oh my
that
God.
motherfucker.
Oh, out of control. Jap wrestling fan. That's what it is.
Yes.
Just leave me alone. What are your predictions for the AEW Sia Miedo event in September, Ciampa versus Pentagon? I think Pentagon's going to retain because that's Ciampa's last match.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it will
that
be insane and amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a fucking great match. This fan is the one that I met at the AAW show, the first one. He was the one that recommended that we start watching AAW.
Well, you're the best. Thank
Yeah,
you so
right?
much.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm pretty sure that it was this guy. I should really look back at those. Yep, definitely was him. So,
well, thank you, because you've changed your life for the better.
yes, absolutely. And we're very excited about it. And we can actually both go to this weird Thursday match. So
Thursday matches are the best.
I have to be at a wedding on Friday, and it's at Stella's venue. So we definitely both could not have gone if it was on Friday. So this worked out really well that it's randomly on a Thursday.
Going to ruin Erin's experience.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I'm going to cut her off from the bar.
Oh my God.
Spit in her food.
That's gross.
I'm not going to do any of that.
That would be terrible.
A, that could get me fired, and B, it's a lot of work that I don't feel like.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't feel like doing.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, that's it.
Yep, that's
We
it.
did it. This is a long episode.
Yeah,
It is 11:10 at night.
Yeah, I have to bike home now.
Like your ass home, girl.
All right, where can people find you on the internet?
I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at
You
Urgency.
can find us at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com.
You can email us at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
You can find us on CagesideSeats.com, and you can also find us on iTunes, where you should subscribe and rate and review. Not too proud to beg. I begged for some Not Your Demographic iTunes reviews. So, get on it.
Get on it, y'all.
Please. It's helpful. It makes us feel good.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's good for our algorithms or whatever.
Yeah. Also, if you're in town, town being Chicago, on August 13th, there is another Bling in the Ring wrestling show, where I will be doing a Brie Bella burlesque act.
Man, I'm going to be in Colorado for that. I wish that I was here.
That sucks for you because it's going to be a mess.
Yes. Yes, it
Appropriately
is.
a mess. Do you want to see a picture of what my shorts look like?
Yes.
The person making them sent me my shorts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you've already seen my headbands.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Your outfit's going to be very accurate.
Yeah, I am spending too much money on an outfit that I'm probably only going to do what? I'm going to be able to do this Brie Bella wrestling burlesque act maybe like twice. I'm hoping somebody does like a reality TV burlesque show or like a Guilty Pleasures or something. I'm just going to shoehorn this into any theme.
Yes. You could also cosplay as Brie at a convention, and then you just have booze in your outfit and don't have to worry about it the rest of the day.
What? Somebody's trying to buy something from me on Facebook. I'm broke. I was like, somebody wants to give me money? I'm selling some vintage dresses. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying about what I could do with my outfit?
You can cosplay, and then you can just have booze on you at a convention all day.
It'd be funny if I went up to Brie Bella cosplaying as Brie Bella.
Yes, it
and
would
she was
be
like,
hilarious.
"This is amazing. Oh, that's weird that the costume has a zipper right down the middle." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's because I strip in this."
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Daniel?
I just side-eyed the mic. None of you can see that.
There might be a surprise appearance by quote Daniel Bryan in my act as well. So, keeping it classy.
Yep. Awesome. Fantastic. All of these things are good. All right. We just get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Peace to jabronis.
FABULOUS. FABULOUS, yes. Diamonds on my neck. Yes, I'm fabulous. They keep hating on me, I don't stress. Don't got time for this, 'cause I'm fabulous. Capiche?
Fashion emergency hotline.
Help! My mom doesn't think I need to go back to school
You
shopping.
have to go to school. It's the law.
You didn't let me finish. She doesn't think I need to go back to school shopping.
That should be a law. Go to Old Navy. You'll be voted best dressed before school even starts.
Old Navy?
Yes, right now, kids' clothes are up to 60% off.
60% off?
Yeah, the hallway will be your runway. They have awesome graphic tees, colorful active gear, and jeans start at just $10.
Now you're talking. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 7/28 to 9/2. Select styles only.
Never stop streaming. Only T-Mobile lets your family stream music and video on the most popular services like YouTube and Pandora without using any of your LTE data. And right now, get your family 3 lines, each with 6 gigs of LTE data for just $40 per line, and your 4th line is free. Hurry to T-Mobile or call 1-800-T-Mobile now.
Limited time offer subject to change. OAC plus taxes and fees. Detectable video typically streams at DVD quality. Third-party subscription charges may apply. Streaming on included services on qualifying plan on our network. See data management practices at T-Mobile.com.